Hello, my name is Kevin Williams, and some people know me today as the pit bull of internet marketing. However, for the purpose of this video, I wish to refer to myself as the guy who lost over $7,089.63 because of Dagan Smith. I know that's a bomb for some of you, and you're probably saying to yourself, what? That's Dagan. He's probably saying to himself right now, what? As well. So let me explain. But first, allow me to tell you my short story of how I came to this point. You see, a few years ago, I got introduced to the industry that we know today as network marketing. Like most of you watching this video, I was super excited and I was eager to build a pretty nice income for myself and my family. Well, I brought into a program at that time that I came across, and that program was $298 with a $95 monthly auto ship. I had no training, no support, no example to go by, and having someone to personally take me by the hand and show me what I needed to do. So I was literally ignorance on fire. Well, I failed. I quit in only 6 months. I learned, however, a very valuable lesson. I learned that enthusiasm without knowledge is still suicide. A little while later, I came across another program, and I found a great mentor this time who knew what to do and was very successful in the industry. In fact, if I mention his name right now, most of you probably would know immediately who he is today. So I began to try to do what he did. I purchased leads on an auto ship program every month through a lead company called ProStep, and I began calling leads each evening when I got home from work. I managed to get a few people started, and I was making some progress, or so I thought, until I discovered that what I was doing was not very duplicatable. And as we both know, duplication is a major component in achieving success in our industry. I quickly burned out, and I became frantic whenever someone quit that I worked so hard many nights trying to find on my list. Not to mention it was costing me more on my phone bill personally than each person who jumped ship managed to produce in my small but struggling organization. You probably can guess what happened on this go round as well. That's right, I quit. Cost $868. Now keep in mind, I've been seeing this guy online for months now as I continue to struggle, and I had little or nothing to show for the time, money, and effort that I already invested. You know, the guy with one finger in the air, holding in his hand so many checks that it'd probably be the equivalent of a 10-pound dumbbell. He was looking like he was the man. He was talking about how he had discovered a secret that allowed him to get up to 51 checks per month, make as much as $4,954.55 per day, and how he recruited people into his company at the push of a button whenever he felt like it. The guy apparently even knows how to make trifectas happen. Now, if you don't know what a trifecta is, just allow me to say that if you don't know, you really don't need to know. You just need to listen to someone who does. But the story doesn't end there, because although I knew I needed much help at this point, I was indeed very impressed with this guy, don't get me wrong. He still didn't manage to convince me enough. You see, I'm obviously a glutton for punishment, and what I was really doing, I was failing to break through my own barriers. A barrier I'm talking about in particular right now that I'm sure some of you watching this video even are victims of as well right now. Can you guess what it is? Congratulations if you guessed correctly. Procrastination. You see, in the next few months, I lost another $498 flying out to a seminar. That seminar, I spent $120 per night at a hotel trying to learn some basics of the business, and I spent at the time $598.99 joining another business opportunity, and at that time as well, I signed up for another lead generation program at $49.97 per month. For 12 months I did this. The total cost in that 12-month period for the lead generation program was $599.64. I continued, however, to struggle for another few months, although I inwardly knew that the video that I watched of Dagan Smith, that I listened to, I knew it was the answer that I was desperately needing to turn my results around and start moving in the right direction. I procrastinated. Now, please don't get me wrong. I was learning an awful lot of useful information, and I was achieving some success in various areas of my business with the money that I was investing. But, however, I was nowhere near the huge financial goals that I set when I first started out in this industry. And I knew that there had to be a better, faster, and more efficient way to do things than the way that I had been doing them. I was tired of getting up early and going to bed late each day with minimum results to show for it. I was frustrated, looking kind of like this guy in this picture here. Can you relate? I knew how to generate leads, but Dagan, he knew how to generate more leads in a day than I could in a month, obviously. I knew I had to build a list, but Dagan, he had already built a list of over 200,000 people. You think he might be able to teach me something? I knew I had little, effort as far as when it came down to autoresponders, placing ads, split testing, monitoring conversions, SEO, and making affiliate commissions, but Dagan Smith, he was already a multimillionaire, and he taught some of his stuff to current experts in the industry. Ever heard of Tracy Walker? Jonathan Budd? Well, needless to say, I learned a very valuable lesson in all of this, and my biggest breakthrough has definitely, Dagan, been simply overcoming not only procrastination, but getting out of my own way of success. You see, procrastination is simply caused by a lack of belief. Well, believe me when I tell you, as you're watching this video, that the facts were staring me right in the face. You see, regardless of what you believe, results is the name of the game. First program, I spent $598. The auto ship for 6 months, $570. Second program, $868. The seminar I attended, $498. I didn't even throw in the flight. I'm just being honest. The 3 nights hotel, $360. The third program I joined, $598.99. That lead generation program for 12 months, $599.64. In the course of all this 2-year span, on courses, books, and audios, I spent over $2,997. Total cost? Guess. That's right, $7,089.63. Dagan asked me in an email to make this video describing what has been my personal breakthrough moment for me, and also I'm making this due to a contest that he's having prior to opening the doors once again to join the Maximum Leverage coaching program this year. You don't even have to ask me, buddy, if I'll be there. You see, what I believe is that all of our experiences in life are designed to help make us into the person that we're destined to be, and depending upon how we view those experiences, that will determine whether we pass or fail in this life. It wasn't Dagan's fault that I lost money because I invested $7 grand in the wrong places. Even though I do blame you, Dagan, a little, because I wish today that you could have come through the computer screen and slapped me silly the very first time I watched your video. Who knows, however, maybe in the design of things, I had to experience all of this in order to help you. Because perhaps you're experiencing the very same thing in your business right now and procrastinating now about whether or not you should join the Maximum Leverage family. Who knows, right? After all, only one thing is certain. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So, if my story of a personal breakthrough resonates with you, then I urge you to not allow yourself to stand in the way of your dreams any longer. Join the Maximum Leverage Inner Circle family today. Ask any Maximum Leverage Inner Circle family member, and they'll tell you that there's nothing like it on earth. That's why they have so much loyalty, positive buzz, and so many more success stories compared to anything else out there online today. And this is my story, Dagan, and guess what? I'm sticking to it. That's me standing into a Mercedes McLaren SLR. It's a $500,000 car. I want that car. It's my dream car. And you may be asking right now, why in the world would you want a $500,000 car? Well, that's like asking why could the chicken cross the road? Well, he did it because he could. Thanks for watching, guys. Please, if you care, rate and comment on this video below. And remember this before I close as well. You know you now have a choice, like I did. You can take the red pill and you can actually see how deep this rabbit hole goes, or take the blue pill and the story will end and you can wake up in your bed and you can believe anything you want to believe. But remember this as well. There are 3 C's in life: choices, chances, and changes. You must be the one that makes a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change. This is Kevin K. Williams, the Pitbull of Internet Marketing, saying thanks for watching. You guys take care.